Today I want to show you how I process my tracks when they come into rekordbox and how I can make this process faster using a little tool called rekordboxer. So we're taking a look at a new album that I'm gonna get into my track list. It's Atomic Funk from Danny Bird. And we can see all the tracks here. The nice thing is most of them have analyzed correctly, with the exceptions of some where I'm just gonna quickly adjust the tempo. And after I've done that, I actually see that, for example, for a track like Devil's Drop, rekordbox has set the wrong cue. So if I listen to the track, you can see the downbeat should be here. So what I would usually do when I start this, I just go through all the tracks and I make a D hot cue on every one of the tracks, like this. And while I do that, I also can see that I'm off here, so I'll just adjust my grid. So we have the same issue actually on Atomic Funk itself. You can see again that the original cue has been set on the wrong beat. So here the beat grid is actually correct. Again, we're gonna set our cue here for the D. I usually do this to all my tracks, but we'll get to that in a second. So now I can actually go, and if multiple tracks would be off and I've been processing a lot of tracks, it's very annoying to actually have to readjust this memory cue, because I need to go here, I need to delete this memory cue, I need to have to move here, set a new cue, set a new memory cue. So instead of doing this, we're just gonna automate this. So we keep in mind that this playlist is called Atomic Funk. And now I'm gonna start rekordboxer. I click on Open Web UI and it will open up in a browser. Now, then we need to make sure that the current track selection is pointing at that playlist. So we click on Change and type in Atomic Funk. So now we actually can preview all of the tracks in here. We can click them and they will play. We can run actions on them, and we can also assign tags. So for example, tag all of these drum and bass. Now, what I want to actually do is I want to run an action for all of them. So I will just click on Run Action on the top here, which will run an action for all of them. And we'll get into how to set up actions yourself in a bit of the next videos. So here I select one of the built-in ones, which is Set Initial. And I click OK. And it will adjust the first memory cue on all of the tracks to the first downbeat. Now there's nothing else you have to do. We can just go back into rekordbox and actually reload this track. And once we have done that, you can see that it has readjusted the hot cue, the memory cue for the first bar on both of these tracks. So if you're ingesting a lot of tracks and you're adjusting beat grids, you don't need to go back and adjust that first memory cue, but you just use rekordboxer to do that all in one run. There's a lot of more stuff you can do. We'll get to that in the next videos. Enjoy!